Hello guys, so I created a semi-automatic editing software. Basically, I take pictures of both the front and the back of physical like photos from albums, old albums, mostly black and white. So I've automated the process of my previous video of editing all of them and sorting them inside folders. So let me show you an example of how I use my program here. I open with Control O, I go to the album that I want to edit, I choose it, it already saved up my edits. I'm just gonna go to the unassigned one and I can go ahead and start to edit. So the process is like so. I have this section of images that it found, which are of CR3, purely raw, as you can see, file type, right? And here I have the global edits, meaning I have like the physical picture number 1, this is the front and this is the back, and I can understand which status it has. And some need a manual fix, but I'm going to show you this. So say I have this photo. Originally it looks like this. So with C, I press and it does auto color balancing, which is same as auto white balance, right? I press on enter and it automatically does perspective transformation with OpenCV. And I'm going to show you all of this tiny bit later in the video. And this is mostly it. I have contrast, which I can make the text look more readable, and exposure, warmth, auto color, and I see the metadata of the picture, which is nice. And now I can assign it to, for example, a back. But this is photo number 40, so I'm just going to write here 40, and it automatically saved up as photo number 40, right? Another photo, just can do this, and that's it. That's the edit. This is insanely good. Like, I edit this in a couple of seconds. I press here. Maybe I rotate a tiny bit. See that it's fairly good. I forgot to assign this as a front. But yeah, so this, for example, is 41 for the back and so on. So as I continue here and play a tiny bit with the controls, even though I don't need to, like this is the original one, captures, rotates, but you save up the settings, so you don't have to press anything. Like, you just move on. The only thing that you manually have to do is mostly these, which I really rather have control over, right? So I just type and that's it. Here, that's the back, I just type. Sorry, I said here, I type, and that's it. And so on. It's extremely quick, but here you go. This is an example of a perspective that did not capture it well. This is the original photo, but it captures only very minimal. In this instance, I just press on the needs manual fix. I do type that it's a front 42, but if I go, I can see that it's red. And if I go here, I can also see that at the back of it, oh, sorry. I see that it needs manual intervention, right? The back of it is just not assigned. And it's extremely quick. Now, say you want to export one photo. I can go here, for example. I can click on E, and it automatically exported. You can see here in the logs, exported. It automatically creates an edited folder via my structure, right? Black and white, photo number 42, front. Fantastic. But obviously this you can automate with all of the pictures, and it's going to skip the pictures that I did not edit, which are the unassigned ones. It's going to skip also the needs manual ones. I label it as needs manual because I want to later manual edit those pictures. So I just do Control E And you can see the logs are automatically here, and the process, it's exporting all of these pictures. It's going to skip the necessary ones. In the meantime, I'm going to show you here that it automatically creates those necessary folders, and it's not going to overwrite any of them. Now imagine to do all of this manually. It's absolutely bonkers. I did that, and it took me like hours upon hours. And it finally finished with these results, right? So we have exported 74 pictures in a matter of, I think, seconds or like a minute, and skipped 10, which I assigned as manual, and skipped the other ones, which is 136, because I did not, I haven't edited them yet. And since it's a Python project, you can also see me like debugging everything. So all of what you see in the logs and even more, there is here. Now let's go step by step on how I actually made everything and how everything is built. So first of all, how did I actually save all of those edits? And how do we actually edit them? So for each edit and for each change, we save the same name as the file as JSON. So we have a .json, and then we just save the settings. So you have rotation, perspective, color enabled, and so on, right? And we also have the classification. Okay, since we have this type of save, right, we can also get all of these, and when we export them, we actually apply those settings. Now, when we save as .json files, we can also go to another project, to another album. We can open that one and open all of the saves on that folder, and we can work there more organized. All right, so what we have here is we use RALPy library for actually reading the raw file, and which is here specifically, I rather read .cr3, which is my camera's raw format. We also have NumPy, which works with OpenCV in Python, and OpenCV is the library for processing an image. Usually in real time, it's those applications where you can see a lot of, if you have a hand and you want to track it, so it's processing an image, getting those details, and you can edit the image, you can add filters and enhance it and do much more. So I use this for the for tweaking with the image, and also tracking the image, tracking the object for the auto perspective mode. Then we have PySide, which is the GUI. We have also get metadata. We get the metadata from the raw file via the EXIF tool. Now, it's a tool which you need to install to your computer. It's not a library. I'm going to give an example. So I just went to one of my albums. Say I'm going to pick this file, raw file, right? And we use this tool and the image, and we get all of these metadata. So we use the process of this and pass in ISO, shutter speed, aperture, and focal length. Yep. All right. So I have a notebook that I will share as well. I first open the image via OpenCV. That's the original one, and I make it gray because we then want to have it as black and white. We want to get a pixel, and we want to apply this threshold in order to define the object. So after we have done that, we need to also define like the border of it. How do we do that? There is a thing called contours. So exactly as I wrote here, it's the boundary right here between the black and white pixels. and we want to get the biggest one. So there are a lot of like small ones. So we use this function to draw the parent one, which is this. We then apply a shape that has 4 dots because we want to track those dots. As you can see here, if you only track the contours, we don't have any like point areas. Nothing is pointy here. So when we get pointy areas, we save those points. We then, I just drew it here. When we have those 4 points, we can apply the perspective transformation, and this is it. All right, if you have any questions, you can write them down below, and thank you for watching. Bye.